So today what I want to talk to you about is what I call the running spectrum. This is a topic which I covered in a recent newsletter. If you don't subscribe to my newsletter, then go to my homepage www.runfaster-pb.com and you'll find the sign up link there. What we mean by the running spectrum is if you're looking to hit a PB at, for example, your 10k, then how fast you can run your 5k and how fast you can run your half marathon will have a bearing on your 10k time. Now, when I wrote the item, I got quite a few questions coming back to me, so I thought putting together this video with a demonstration of how those times influence the 10k time would be a useful thing to do. Hopefully it will answer some of those questions rather than posing even more questions, but let's see. So, what I've got here is a piece of elastic. The white tape in the middle is your 10k time. My left hand is your 5k time and my right hand is your half marathon time. Now, what I suggested when you're looking at your spectrum is if the 5k time, when compared with the half marathon time, will give you a better 10k time, then you are heavy at the 5k end of the spectrum. You're doing well at that end. And what you need to do then to really shift your 10k time along is to improve your half marathon time. And you'll see that as I improve my half marathon time, I shift my 10k time faster and towards that 5k time. The most important thing to remember though is not to put all your eggs in one basket, because this will happen. If I'm particularly good at the 5k end of the spectrum and I need to improve my half marathon time to get that improvement, you'll notice that I don't move my 5k time. I maintain my 5k time. If I throw all my eggs into one basket and I just do the half marathon type training and I ignore the 5k time, we've got to remember the use it or lose it principle, which means I will start to slow down at 5k if I'm no longer training in those at those tempos. So all that will happen is you will improve your half marathon time, but your 5k time will slow down and the 10k time will stay still. And you can see it really clearly when I do that. So I've got a slow half marathon time comparatively. The 5k time wants to pull the 10k time along. If I maintain my 5k speed, improve my half marathon speed, you see that shift in the 10k time. If, however, I let the 5k time slip because I ignore it and all I do is the over distance endurance work because I need to improve at the half marathon, then I get worse at 5k, better at half marathon, and the 10k stays exactly where it was. And this is what I see lots and lots of runners do, is they spend a lot of time working one thing or the other, but you've got to get a blend. You've got to remember the use it or lose it. If we've got a really good 5k time, we can't allow that to drop, because that will have a negative impact and that will stop that 10k from moving along. And that's where you get that months and months and months of training. Then you go into a race and you do not get the result that all of your efforts should be rewarded with. And that's because you've lost the other end of the spectrum. Okay, so hopefully that answers that particular question. If it throws up any more questions, then fire them my way.